Today's horror manga dubbing narration is Good Morning, from the horror anthology 100 Ghost Stories of My Own Death by Matono Anji. If you enjoy the story at any point in time, please do not hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right into this chilling tale. Our story begins near a high school when a young man bumps into another student. He falls to the ground. Is she here, or is she not? He picks himself up from the ground and walks toward the school. Either way, at the start of every day, his high school seems to be quite rowdy. In the morning when I come into class, he is greeted by a young girl.
In the morning.
He places his head up, staring into her eyes as sweat drips down his brow and cheek. She stares at him intently, and then he quickly turns away, making his way to his desk. Kanako was the chairman of the disciplinary committee, and she never misses her duty to lead the morning greeting campaign. And in response, no one returns her greeting. For some reason, the atmosphere of the class made greeting her whenever we came in seem dull. That was the reason we gave. Last week, Kanako lost her life in a car accident.
In the morning.
But now, no one else can see her or hear her. No one, except for me. Kaneko's obituary came out the next day. Ugh. I slowly opened the classroom door and was greeted by Kanako.
In the morning.
Ah! Hey, what are you doing?
In the morning.
At first, she scared the hell out of me. I never thought I would hear her say good morning again. And slowly but surely, a sense of joy started to grow inside of me. The fact that she wouldn't let the morning routine stop with her death astounded me. Is she a ghost? Or some sort of illusion? In either case, I could see her being here right now because she had a strong desire to keep this routine up.
In the morning.
If she's a ghost, for her to continue greeting people into her afterlife, she must be an extremely studious person. That was when the teacher walked into the classroom saying,
"Okay, everyone, please take your seats. Stand. Bow."
But something was very weird. Kaneko stared at the teacher intently. And then everyone bowed. When attendance is taken in the morning, Kaneko, possibly sensing that her duty has been fulfilled, has always went away until the next day. Let's walk back together. I don't wanna. That was when the student walked by his homeroom teacher. But strangely enough, Kaneko was following him. The boy's eyes followed the two of them into the staff room. Inside that room,
In the morning.
good morning. Why is she saying that, right? But then, in a horrific turn of events, Kaneko's head turned completely backward, staring at the student in his eyes. But strangely, the boy was now able to see some events from the past.
Kanako, come here for a second. Hey,
Don't you think you've been putting a half-hearted effort into your disciplinary committee duties? No one greets you whenever they come into class. Until you can get someone to return your greeting, greet every single student that comes into class before I take attendance. Is that clear? The student couldn't believe what he saw, sweat dripping down him profusely. But then his homeroom teacher said to him, "What's wrong? Do you need something?" The two of them stared at one another for a moment and then... "Sensei, did Kanako really die in an accident?" In that instant, the teacher's face became engulfed in fear. And then, Boy quickly turned away, saying, I'm sorry, excuse me." He ran as fast as he could from the classroom and out toward his home. No one else was given the opportunity to see her, only me. Even if it was only because she was duty-bound, being called upon for some sort of purpose made me happy. Hanako was able to feel my presence, but the air of the class has always put me off, and I haven't been able to return her greeting. Unlike me, Hanako was such a strong person. I aspired to be like her. Watch all of this be a big misunderstanding on my part. Just because no one is answering her doesn't mean she's necessarily suffering. Nothing will happen to either of us. She just wanted to hear someone's voice. And yet, day after day, as the school days would pass, and I would enter into that classroom with her saying good morning,
In the morning.
I would just sweat profusely. But today will be different. Good morning! The class looked at him in the most creepiest way. All of them seemed to think he was creepy. If only I had the courage to say it quicker. If I did, you might have still been alive along us today. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. I'd like to take this time to give a very special thanks to my Patreons and YouTube members. Sarah de Jesus, Moto Surf, Cleo, Dason Animus, Ali Wei, Pteranodon Girl 1, and Myuu. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, you're important and you matter. Have a good night, everyone. Goodbye.